Good evening, everyone. Well, it's been a while since I have touched base with you in this way, but my apologies for not getting back with you sooner. We definitely have all been extremely busy during this time of year, not only with spring, but with the pandemic that we're still in and facing. I do appreciate you, though, for the things that you're doing and trying to help our kids, trying to help your team members, and just trying to keep your head up and be positive the best you can. Do appreciate it. I see that, and I thank you for that. So, I told the leadership team a couple days ago. I met with them, and I heard this saying, and it's been sticking with me for quite some time. I think I even have shared it out on social media and things like that. But it was said. Someone told me, in disruption, there is an opportunity. Now, we can certainly say this year it has been a disruptive. This year is titled disruption. We can definitely say that. Do me a favor. Keep reminding yourself, even when there's all this disruption, there is always an opportunity to be had. There's an opportunity to be followed. There's an opportunity to be seeked during this time. Now, I don't know what that opportunity might look for you, or for us, it looks different for other people, but there is something out there. In all this craziness, there's always something that we can find that we can jump on and use it to help our kids, to help our team, to help our school, our community, to help each other, to help ourselves. So take that opportunity, use it to your advantage, whatever it is. And like I said, help your kids, help your team, definitely help yourself. So remember, always an opportunity in disruption. So now on to some school business I want to talk to you about. So Monday might be an exciting day for us. Last time I checked the weather, we had a 70% chance of snow, or a kind of a winter mix. And the district is monitoring the situation, and I'm going to keep you posted if there's any changes that might happen on Monday, whether we are not going to come into school, whether we do come into school, whether we're not going to come in, we do virtually. There's a whole different scenarios. But I'll keep you posted. Hopefully we'll find out more, but we're taking it day by day now, just because we live in Texas and weather changes really quick. So, but let's say that everything is going to go as planned and we're going to have just our regular day. So, and again, this is a scenario, just regular day. So first thing, please report to the campus at 8 o'clock. You can dress comfortably. Paraprofessionals, you'll be checking in with Miss Winchell to see where you can help around the school. You can also check in with some of the teachers you work with if they need something laminated, copy, cut out. They would appreciate that help. Teachers, classroom teachers, from 8 to 12 o'clock, your focus is going to be working out on mapping out the 6 weeks with your team or your content area team. And do me a favor, though. While you're mapping this out, make sure you start working on those lesson plans and having them ready to go. Now, I say that, I hope nothing happened COVID-wise happens, but we need to be prepared if your class has to quarantine or in these upcoming weeks. If I remind you, it was this time last year when we were like, we're getting close to spring break, and then all of a sudden, we didn't come back. You want to be prepared and just be ready to go. And I'm going to be honest. A couple of times, a few last weeks, some of us got caught unprepared. And we can't allow that to happen. We have an opportunity to map out, to be prepared. You're given that day, that time. Use it the best to your advantage so that if something does happen, we're ready to go. So, again, focus on mapping out the fifth 6 weeks, not the 6 weeks yet, but the fifth 6 weeks, and getting your lesson plans developed the best you can. Now, lunch, of course, will be on your own. Again, if you want to go out as a group, that's fine. Just remember, it's always the social distancing. If you want to bring in your lunch and your team eats together, that's fine. But lunch will be from 12 to 1. Now, at 1 o'clock, some of you will be meeting with Miss Ritter, and you'll be doing your TailPass calibration. I believe that's going to be happening in the library. But if you're not, you keep on working on continuing to mapping out the 6 weeks and working on those lesson plans. At 2:30, might make it at 2, but at 2:30 at this time, A few of you are going to be meeting with me, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming after school tutoring that's going to come up on that Tuesday coming up. So just kind of talk about it. And, it's something new. We haven't done it in a while, but we're going to build upon it and then just be kind of hopefully somewhat ready to go on that Tuesday. We're going to wrap up the day. Again, if this is a regular day, we're going to wrap it up at 3:45. So now, just remember, that is just a scenario if everything is good to go when we come in. If something changes, I will definitely let you know. Now, a couple other things. Actually, one other thing I want to talk about. And we've kind of evolved in this process, but I want to talk about PLC. And as you know, we started this PLC journey district wide. We started this PLC journey just on Alton, our campus ourselves, because I took a few of you to Solution Tree to see the PLC conference. And district wide, even on campus wide, we've made some great changes moving toward a PLC. But probably everybody knows there's a lot more work that we need to do. So within these upcoming days, this summer and next year, we're going to kind of be changing what I call changing lanes a little bit. We're still going toward, ultimately what is the best in the PLCs, what's going to be best to make sure that all of our kids are learning at a high level. And that's coming in through the PLC. So we're kind of changing lanes. We're still on the same road, but we're changing lanes a little bit on our journey. Now, it's gonna be a fun journey. It's gonna be a challenging journey. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be smooth all the time, but it can be an enjoyable journey. So, but part of that journey is going to begin this school year, actually on Friday, May 7th. Now, I know that's the early dismissal for students for Mayfest on that day. But that afternoon, we're going to meet with one of the gurus from Solution Tree. And all you have to Google is Solution Tree in Google, and you can find all information about PLC. But one of the top head honchos from Solution Tree will be here to talk with us during that afternoon. It's Dr. Anthony Muhammad from Solution Tree. And below this, I've added a link, just a short little video of what he talks about. Now, our hope is, because it's early dismissal, hopefully get the buses going and car riders dismissal, that teachers, you'll be heading to the high school around 1 o'clock to listen to Dr. Muhammad as he will be talking about probably one of the most critical parts of PLC, and that's culture, school culture. His presentation now, it's not going to, no, let me be honest, his presentation is not going to be until 4 o'clock. He thinks he's going to be able to wrap up by 2:30, and then you can go and do your Mayfest thing and things like that. So, but again, we're going to try to have at the high school in the auditorium, teachers coming there. I know that means, okay, well, we're going to have to watch for duty. Yes, we're working on that. We're going to find out. Paraprofessionals, yes. Does that include you? Yes, it does. May have paraprofessionals ask if you can hold around, making sure that we get all the bus riders and car riders gone. But then if you want to have an opportunity to listen to Dr. Muhammad, we're going to have maybe some other locations open up again so we can social distance, maybe like the junior high or at the middle school. And I'll let you know where you can take part if you want to take part. But teachers, yes, will need to be coming up to the high school at 1 o'clock. Again, we'll work on the duty schedule and things that doesn't really happen until Friday, May 7th. And of course, with that, I think we kind of talked a little bit. I shared with teachers about the upcoming opt-out days. There's a few of you support teachers. I know some of the special ed teachers. We're still working on a certain day that you can meet across camp with other support teachers and special ed teachers from across the district. We're still working on that, but there'll be a time, and we'll talk a little bit about the PLC process during that time. But as we get into the PLC of the planning days, talking about essential standards, talking about maybe using some more formative assessments, and we'll get into that. And then also, of course, as you know, when we come back for this next school year, August 5th, I believe it's a Wednesday, but August 5th will be a day. And another guru from Solution Tree is Tim Brown. I think he's one of the higher ups. He actually came in and spoke to all the principals and assistant principals a couple of weeks ago. And so again, he is a big member. He and Dr. Muhammad are probably some of the top ones in the solution tree. And when you're talking about PLC process, but Tim Brown will be here to talk to kind of like an opening with everybody at the high school, hopefully auditorium. And of course, like I said, more information and details will be coming out with that later. So now, as I told you, we started this PLC process of a few years ago, and we're kind of right now. I mean, if you think about it, we're bringing in the gurus to Brenham ISD to talk about. And so, we're changing lanes a little bit. Now, I'm not saying we're going into the HOV lane or we're going to go into the shoulder or the passing. I'm not saying that, but we're definitely taking another step in the PLC process because one, bringing them in. Another thing that I want to ask you about, and I asked the team leaders to talk to you a little bit, so hopefully they have talked about this, but it kind of goes into with the PLC process is a question that I want to ask you. And the question's this: what is our purpose? As a campus, as a community together, what is our purpose? What is it that we as educators, and I mean everybody, what are we meant to do? Why is it that you get up each morning and keep coming to school? What is your purpose as an educator? Now, if you have not done talking this with your team or maybe even just your partner teacher or things like that, go ahead and start. Why are we here? Now, I can give you my answers, but eventually what we're going to do, the team leads are going to gather some of your answers and ideas. We're going to share them at an upcoming meeting. And from there, we're going to be looking at our mission and vision statement. I told you this in a video a while back. We didn't really change it, didn't look at our mission and vision statement last time because of with everything with COVID going on. But we're going to take a look at what we have right now and see if we need to make a few changes, keep it the same, or we need to create a new one for this upcoming school year. Now, our plan is going to be that after we find, it will take all the findings, and we're going to, when we come back next school year during those professional development days, we're going to share it with the whole entire staff. And we're going to decide if we can either live with our current mission or if we need to update our mission and vision statement, and we can live on that. And just remember one thing, and I will remind the team leaders about this too. It's just a bunch of words on a piece of paper. The question we have to really ask ourselves, and I keep reiterating it, can we live that? So whatever we decide, if we keep our mission and vision statement the same, or if we create a new one for this upcoming school year, can we live by that? And we're going to talk about that as a whole campus community and everything. So now, there is a lot more things that are going to happen during this new PLC journey, but I'm just going to take it one step at a time. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about. What is our purpose? So think about that. Talk amongst your teams. Again, I apologize for not getting back with you sooner. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your head up, and I'll talk to you soon.